Hey there, how's it going?
It's good.
Good.
It's going good.
And so, Josh, tell us your cancer story, please.
Well, I guess starting from the beginning, I had
Yeah.
your typical American diet, your typical American life. I had, fast food when I wanted it. Everything, everything was basically, I didn't hear anything about I needed to have a good diet or anything until I started getting older.
You're just living like everybody else.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
anything, whatever was convenient. It had nothing to do with where I should get it. It was just if it was close, go get it. If it's close, if it's cheap.
Okay. And then you started having, how'd you start, what symptoms you started noticing first?
I mean, I was overweight to begin with,
Okay.
just from my horrible diet. But then I started having really horrible headaches,
Mhm.
and this was while I was at work, and I was on top of a ladder one day, and then all of a sudden my vision just sort of blurred, and my head started throbbing. So I told my boss I was gonna, take the day off and go get it checked out. And when I went to the hospital to go get it checked out, instead of giving me an aspirin telling me I just had a migraine,
Mhm.
they admitted me and they told me that I have a tumor in my brain.
Okay. Did they say what kind of tumor it was?
In the beginning, no. They started making guesses. They were throwing darts at the board, is
Okay.
basically what the doctor told me. Trying to, just asking me questions to narrow, the results to what
Got
it
it.
possibly could be.
Right. Did they do any blood tests or anything to kind of figure out what cancer markers or anything like that?
No, the first thing that they did was they suggested an exploratory surgery.
Okay.
So
And did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
Initially, it was supposed to be just a hole the size of an 1/8-inch drill bit, and they were just going to go and take out a piece from the center of the tumor.
Mhm.
And what ended up happening is I woke up in the recovery room with 14 staples down the side of my head, wondering what had happened. And there's actually a mistake that was made by one of the nurses who had punched the IV needle through my vein, and it started filling my chest up with fluid. And the doctors didn't know what was happening, so they ran out and told my parents while they had me under doing the little exploratory surgery
Mm-hmm.
that my body was reacting violently to whatever they were poking with the cancer. So they just need to open me up and take out as many pieces as they can to find out what it is.
Okay. And so what was recovery like? What was your life like after that surgery?
I mean,
Did you feel better? Did you feel same? Worse?
I felt all right until until I got the bill for it.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little bit better just because of all the drugs that I was on after the surgery.
Right.
And the stuff that they told me to keep taking. So I didn't feel the headache pain as much.
Right. Did they take the tumors out?
No, they took small pieces, and that was it.
Okay. Okay. And then what was the follow-up then after that? Did they been able to diagnose what kind of type of cancer it is?
They were actually not able to diagnose it. They didn't get back to me for I believe the first time I heard back from them after they said that they were still working on it was 2 months later after
Okay.
I'd already been out of the hospital.
Okay. Okay. And then, so since then, you made a decision to take the five essential approach. Tell me what made to attack this cancer and to kill this cancer. What made you decide to take the road that you're taking now? What did the doctors tell you? How did that influence your decision to be a cancer killer?
The severity of my situation is what made me decide that this would be the right approach.
Because what was their prognosis for you with this type of brain cancer?
It was that I was stage 4, and then they finally found out that it was leptomeningeal carcinomatosis, and that I had 3 months to live.
Okay.
They told me to write a will and to make sure that I give everything that I have to my family, and make sure that I take all my bills onto myself so they don't have to pay my medical debt when I die.
And what was the date on that when they told you that?
They told me in August
August of?
2012 I was supposed to die.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you're still here.
I am too. I'm really excited. But the moment that made me decide that this was something better was after they were telling me chemo won't help,
Okay.
radiation won't help. They said they told me that it won't help, but they said it could possibly slow it down, or it could paralyze me. It could make me lose my motor skills, lose my ability to speak, basically just turn me into a vegetable in a wheelchair. And the look on my mother's face is what made me decide that I needed to find anything else to do.
So basically, what you had wasn't necessarily as bad as what they wanted to do to try to help you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
They told me, that I had about 3 months
Right.
to live, and then they told me we could try this stuff out and it could just kill you faster.
But there's no guarantees.
Yeah, there was no guarantees that it would do anything. They said it would be experimental to try it.
Right.
So
And so you decided, let's try a different approach. Let's try a maximized living approach. Let's try not to cure cancer, but let's just get you healthy so your body can get to the cause of the problem and start killing the cancer.
right.
And so what was your first step? What was the first thing you did?
The first thing I did was come in and talk to my chiropractor.
Okay.
And it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but he looked at me and he said, if you trust me, I can help you.
Right.
And that's when we started on the 5 essentials, and I changed everything. I mean, it was the instant change.
Page 98 living, like we call it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it was every day, every morning. I followed the directions to a T, and it worked so well that within the first month, I had already lost 40 pounds.
Right.
Without a ridiculous amount of exercise. I mean, I was doing 10 minutes of exercise a day,
Mm-hmm.
but my diet change was the biggest part of it.
Yeah.
No breads, no sugars, no grains, no carbs.
Right.
It was difficult, but it was probably the most worthwhile thing I've ever done in my life.
Right. So you found the 5 essentials. And also you were following some of the essentials in the Cancer Killer book as well, like the Budwig protocols.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still doing that every day.
Every day.
Good.
Morning and night.
And getting your greens and just feeding your body what it needs to build health.
Right.
And in turn kill cancer. And you're doing your 5 essentials. You're doing the Max T3
Yes.
so that you can drive oxygen into the cells.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also getting adjusted so that your nerve system is powered up, and doing your home rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And then also, as far as talk about the nutrition, because we brought in a nutritionist and we had you tested, and so now you know the nutrients that you're taking. Tell us, are you getting better, and how do you know you're getting better?
I am getting better. I know I'm getting better because I see the physical changes in my body of me getting better. I watched all my skin clear up from acne when I changed my diet and I stopped eating sugars and breads and drinking soda. I mean, I didn't think that I had, to this point right now where we are, I have lost 60 pounds total.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't think I had to lose. I thought I looked like your average person.
And you got healthy, not because of any treatment had caused you to waste
Exactly.
away. Yeah.
Yeah. No treatment. Nothing ridiculous.
And you haven't lost your hair because of medication. You just
No, I just. they said that the hair loss was mostly stress.
Yeah.
Because when they tell you that you have cancer, it's probably the scariest thing you'll ever
Yeah.
hear in your entire life. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I can.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah, I can deal with it.
And so you're living the 5 essentials. You're following the Cancer Killer protocols. We still have more work to do,
We do.
but we're on the right journey.
Right, and I'm still here.
Yes.
I was supposed to be dead over a year ago, and the last time that I tried to talk to the doctor who told me I was going to die, he hung up the phone on me because he was really angry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we still have work to do. We still need to keep turning this body into a cancer killer and keep getting healthy and getting stronger. It's working. You're on the right road.
yes,
This has been a better road for you, it appears.
it's been the.
I mean,
best,
you're still here.
It's the best
Yeah.
decision I've ever made.
Good.
I mean,
And what would you tell somebody who is either trying to prevent it or has had it and now doesn't want to go through that again, or is currently going through the process? What kind of words of encouragement can you give them?
as far as encouragement goes, the most effective treatment that you can do is the one that works. And so far, the diet works, the exercise works, the changing your lifestyle to live healthier works. It doesn't have anything to do with ridiculous chemicals and surgeries that they want to give you at a hospital. I had those, it did nothing. And then I changed to an all-natural diet and went from having 2 stage 4 cancer proteins in my body to only having 1 now just a year later. I'm getting my life back on track. Everything is what I wanted it to become before all this happened.
Good.
So we're all on the right path if we could just stick with the diet.
Good. Amen. Thanks, buddy.